Hi guys, this is the nail design I'm doing today. It is Valentine's Day themed, as you can see. It's very easy to do, so let's get started. Okay, I've painted my middle nail black. I used Wet n Wild, and this is black cream, and I just used 2 coats, and I've covered it with a thin layer of top coat. And now I'm going to paint my ring finger, and I'm using this color by Sinful Colors, and it is called Under 18. So that's coat number 1, and I'm going to let this fully dry, and we'll continue to paint another coat. So we'll let this dry completely, and I'll clean up the edges, and I'll be right back. While we wait for that nail to dry, I'm going to get started on the middle nail, and I'm using a piece of Scotch tape, and I'm going to cut it in half the long way. It's got a little bit of nail polish on it, but it's alright. And you want to make sure you get it as straight as possible, but line it up down the sides of the nail. Make sure your polish is completely dry before you do this, because the tape will take it off. Okay, so let me get closer. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Sinful Colors again. This is Under 18. And I'm going to just paint this a stripe right down the middle. I'm going to adjust my tape just a little bit. I think it's crooked on the end there. So I'm going to go ahead and go right down the middle. And I want a wider stripe down the nail. Of course you can do this freehand, but I like clean lines when I'm doing something like this. So just to make sure I have those clean lines, I use tape. Okay, so I'm going to continue to paint the polish on until I get the desired shade. Okay, so that's how I want it to look. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape in a minute here. Very, very carefully remove the tape. See how slowly I'm removing the tape? Because you don't want to mess up your line. If you just rip it off, your line will be destroyed. And you don't want that. And I got a nice little line over there, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so your nail should look something like this. Now I'm gonna let this fully dry, and I will be right back. Still working on the middle finger here. I'm going to be adding some white dots, and I'm using the largest size of the daughter here. It's not a large daughter, but it's the larger end of it. Okay, so I'm gonna just add a few dots to each side of my red stripe. Moving on over to the ring finger, I am using acrylic black paint now, and I'm going to create 3 hearts using my daughter, the big end of the daughter. And if you don't know how to create dots or hearts using your daughter, just create 1 and 2 dots, and then you simply bring the 2 together, drag them together, and you have a little heart. And of course you can shape it out to make the heart more full or larger if you'd like. So I'm going to create 3 of these going down the nail. Now I'm using some acrylic white paint, and I'm just going to add a few white dots. Now I'll be using these little accent hearts for my middle nail, and that is what they look like. And I'm going to be adding them to my middle nail here. So now I'm going to add 3 gold little hearts down the center of my red stripe. Apply your top coat. I am using China Glaze Fast Forward, which I am almost out of. And of course you want to end with your 10 Perfect Nails cuticle oil. The link is below. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Check me out on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and shop my store, shop10perfectnails.storeenvy.com, to buy my cuticle oils and my lotions. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.